I'm sorry I was recording. I wasn't even recording. Hey, y'all, it's update number 3. I just left the club. I was trying to say before I realized I wasn't recording that, if the vibes are good, I have a good time. And the vibes were definitely good tonight. I had a good time. I still didn't make a friend. But I guess I have to accept that maybe the first step is being accepted into the community. And I definitely feel accepted into the community for who and what I am. I feel like, I'm not going to say I was fine shit or whatever. I was straight or whatever. But I definitely feel like, the black men accepted me. And that really made me feel good, because a lot of times when I go to like these white clubs and stuff, I don't feel accepted by the whites, the Latinos, the Asians as much as I did tonight, or this weekend I should say, by the black men. So it's like I'm kind of giving y'all updates on my experience as I experience it, type of thing, which I didn't really want to do initially, because I knew I was going to have mixed feelings about different things. But I want to be positive. Because overall, I really am having a positive experience. I really am having a positive experience. So tomorrow is the brunch. I'm a little nervous for brunch because I'm probably not going to do the mimosas. They were $30 for bottleless mimosas for like 2 hours. I'm like, I don't drink that fast, y'all. Like I said, I am a smoker. I'm not a drinker. So, like, my Long Island's at the club tonight was it, really, The mimosas tomorrow sounds nice, but I'd rather just eat the buffet. And at the same time, I have, because my friend was so glorious and gracious and helped me get a room, my friend, I got the hotel breakfast. So it's like, I'm kind of nervous about tomorrow, because I feel like tomorrow is really where I have to sit down and like have a conversation. And as much as I feel like I've gotten good vibes, having a like serious conversation with these men doesn't terrify me, but I hope I will be able to do it, because I feel like a reject in my own community in a certain type of way, and it's I think it's because of where I'm, like, a lot of things. It's a lot of factors. I'm not going to sit there and say it's 1 or 2 factors or 3 or 4 factors. I feel like it's more than like 10, to be honest. But because of these factors, I feel like I'm not, like, I feel accepted, but I feel like I'm not really in the community. Like, I hope people understand what I'm saying when I say this, but like, because I've seen a lot of members of the LGBTQ community, specifically the G community or the B community, but like they're not represented. And I feel like for me, it's squarely in the G community and the A community, for asexual at that. I am glad to feel accepted, but it's hard to make a friend still. And at 32, I think it's like a big flashing light in my face that, like, if I don't fix this soon, I will very well end up 60, 70 with barely any friends. And it's not that having barely any friends is bad, but I will probably end up 60, 70 with like 10 friends. and those 10 friends don't even really fuck with me like that for real. I don't even know if you can hear me past that train, but like, I feel like those 10 friends won't even really like fuck with me like that for real. Like, they won't be the deep friends that I'm asking for. They won't be friends who were similar to me, like the gay men I'm trying to be around, you know. And it's like, it's a little rough because Michigan, I feel like, doesn't have a full weekend like this. Michigan has, and honestly, we have a lot of lesbians. So, they have the black men like this. And it is a little, I don't know what to say. Because I don't want to say annoying, because annoying is not the correct word. But it is a little like, to see the same guys over and over again, you know? And I feel like to see the same guys and to not make a connection, I don't know. Like, if any of y'all have ever thought of yourself as being rare or hard to find, or as somebody who's not like most people, I think you would understand what I'm talking about, because no matter what I try to do, I feel like I really don't fit in. Even though I fit in and they're nice to me, I don't fit in because I still haven't made a friend, you know? And this, to me, this is Saturday as I'm recording this. So I had Thursday night, Friday, and today, Saturday. That's 3 days and still have not made a friend. And I'm not like trying to be on Friend Watch or anything, but like, I am also wanting to be self-aware and self-conscious, not in a bad way, but in a like, yo, it's been 3 days and you still don't have a number, you don't have any names, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the point of coming out here. And I get it, because I feel like it's one of those things where all the Chicago people know each other. A lot of people came with a friend. You know, I'm the rare single Pringle. But like I said before, that rareness, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Because I feel like personally, me being a rare person, or me being someone that's not necessarily commonly seen, I'm not going to say like you can't see my archetype or people who are like me or look like me or whatever. I feel like you do. I feel like you see people who look better than me, to be honest. But it's really hard for me to be like, I don't know. I feel like I'm an alien. Like, I feel like in Alien, in the planet that I come from, if you look like the person, that means you're safe in a way. And not like I feel like I come from a more autoerotic planet, where the more this person reminds you of yourself, the more attracted you are, right? So that's kind of how I am. The more this person reminds me of myself, the more I'm like, ooh, I like that, you know? And it's not to say that I don't like things about myself, because I definitely don't like a lot of things about myself. But even tonight, like, I was with like the majority, but I felt like I should have been with the minority, with the other guys over there. But I don't know them. So it's like I don't want to interject like, hey, you guys, I feel vibrationally more aligned with y'all a little bit than I do with these other people. You know, maybe I should say something like that. I don't know, because that's that's honest. But I really don't know. I really don't know, and I feel like I've watched so many tarot readings and so many things talking about love and relationships, and I realize how much I haven't prioritized that. How much I've prioritized getting money, being myself, learning myself. And I think that some people learn themselves through other people. And I think that's kind of what I'm talking about today. I feel like I'm doing that. That like I learned about myself through the parties, through these interactions with these other men, through these interactions with women, because there were women in there. You know, I feel like I'm learning about myself, and I love being on the learning about myself journey, and I love learning about myself and you know, getting deeper into who I am as a person. But I have to say that I find that me as a person is a very lonely person, a very individual person, a very rare person, and a very not aligned to a lot of other people person. Even my friends, sometimes I feel like I'm not aligned to the current friends that I have, you know, which is, I'm going to be honest, which is part of the reason, if not the main reason why I'm out here trying to make new friends. I want people who align to me. And like I said, I have been working on it, so I feel like maybe I'm on a new vibration and I need people for the new vibration, instead of just sticking with the same people from the old vibration. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I want to find out, and I want to improve, and I want to do better. So, yeah, I don't really know right now, but like I said, if any of you all have comments on what I can do based off of what you heard, obviously I know what you heard is not the whole story, you know. And I repeatedly want to say that I had positive interactions. I just never got into a conversation that I feel like could lead to an acquaintance or a friendship. Like, this was the one time, like, one night only type thing. Like, maybe they tried to offer me that with the interactions that I have. Maybe they tried to offer me, you know, friendship in a way, and I just didn't understand it, or I didn't comprehend it. You know, I really want to be accountable, because I want to fix this, and I think me wanting to fix this after especially years of trying to get it and you know, my thoughts not lining up, I'm gonna leave it to the internet, I'm gonna leave it to YouTube, I'm gonna leave it to the gay collective, the black gay collective. What energy do I emit, and why do I not get friends? I get positive interactions when I go out. People generally respond to me positively, but I haven't made friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm a Scorpio. I know that for me, or for a lot of people, making friends is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world, and that, you know, they don't have a ton of friends, and they don't have like 20, 30 like really close friends. But I kind of want that, especially male friends. And I can't ignore that I want that, especially going to an event like this where, 20, 30 guys were available in front of my face, Like, it's showing me just how much what I really want is out there. I just am not aligned to getting it at this point in my life. Maybe it's supposed to be aspirational. Maybe it's supposed to be inspirational. I don't know. But I want to fix that. I want to have friends. I want to have specifically gay male friends, black gay male friends. And I really want to heal whatever this is, because I really don't want to be self-hating. I don't want to be perceived as self-hating in any way, shape, or form, especially by someone else who feels like, oh, I showed you and that's why you weren't, fuck with me. Like, I don't want that type of energy, right? So, I don't really know what I have to do, but part 3 of the night is that it went well, but I still didn't accomplish the goal. And tomorrow was the last day to kind of accomplish the goal. And I kind of, at this point, am thinking I'm not going to. And that bothers me, I'm a goal-oriented person, or becoming more goal-oriented. And when I set out to achieve something, I really want to achieve it. It makes me feel better to achieve it. It makes me feel like the universe is more aligned with me. It makes me feel like I'm more on, I don't even want to say a divine path, but I'm more doing what's right for me when I receive a positive feedback. And I think for a lot of things, it may not be their fault, but a lot of times what I've gotten, when I try to do a little too much or show a little too much, is negative feedback. And I don't want negative feedback from me being more of myself. It's like the more I reveal or the more I show, the less people like, or the less the gay people have, a lot of gay men have liked. And coming out here is not, I'm not gonna say it's not the opposite, but it's not the same either. But everywhere I go, it's not. It's like that, where I think that they don't give a fuck about me one way or the other, to be honest. Like, I'm caring more about how I look at them. I care about how I look way more than they care about how I look. But I still care about how I look. Does that make sense? I don't, and it's like, I don't care in a way where I've become a gym rat to work 7 days a week. I wish I could work out 7 days a week. I wish I was more of that type of person. But when I say I care about myself, I mean, like, I know when it's time for me to leave. I know that I need to get up and work out in the morning. I know I need to do my homework. It's just a lot of goals I need to get accomplished, and when I get those goals accomplished, I feel better about myself, because I did what I said I was going to do, or I did what I promised myself, and I'm trying to relieve myself of stress as much as possible. So, yeah. Okay, I'm yawning now. So, thank you for listening to part 3. I really do appreciate the people who listen and the energies that are involved in me getting the things I'm looking for, getting the things that are like pushing me closer. It's like I may be getting the bronze medal this year, but before I didn't even get a medal. You know, it's like stepping the game up a little bit, and I'm very grateful and very thankful for that. So, if any of you are interested in reaching out to me, check my link tree. It's in the description of the channel and possibly this video. But I do a lot of things, y'all, so I'm not, how do I say it? How do I say it? I'm not tired, but I'm tired. I don't know how that comes across to y'all. But I'm not tired, but I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of going somewhere and I feel like I'm overgiving. I'm tired of going to somewhere and I feel like the odd man out. I'm tired of going somewhere and yeah, really. What you doing tomorrow?